Challengers approaching!
Kirby sucks.
An obligatory joke. Let's just go and inflate the pun count.
But really, he's a superstar, so we've returned to Dreamland to count down our favourite Kirby games.
And if you disagree with our list, please don't launch a mass attack on us, because this is just our epic yarn. I mean, opinion. Who wrote this crap?
These puns trigger me. I'll curb stomp you. I'm gonna tilt and tumble you. One more, my fist will come right back at you. I'll smash you into 64 crystal shards.
Mate, you don't even know about the adventure we are going to have.
Let's hope it's not a total nightmare in Dreamland. Boo! Shut up, you love them really! I love Kirby's block ball. Kirby's Block Ball is a breakout clone for the Game Boy, where you use your paddles to knock the ball into solid blocks. Wait, where is Kirby? Oh, there he is. I'll start again. Kirby's Block Ball is a breakout clone for the Game Boy, where you use your paddles to knock Kirby into solid blocks. You keep smashing Kirby's face in until all the blocks are destroyed. You can even use power-ups like Stone and Spark to get to the final part of each stage, which will always end with a boss. They pull funny faces when you hit them. There's also some fun mini-games like air hockey and up-down, but above all, Kirby's Block Ball is just a miniature, fun game which takes no real skill or thought to play. Then again, that's not uncommon in the Kirby series.
So Kirby's Dreamland 2. Just kidding guys, Dreamland 2 would not be this low. Spoiler alert, it's number 1. So instead, I'm going to be talking about something personal. A puzzle game that changed my life. I thought it would be just a lememe game that I would just laugh off like Mass Effect 2 and 3, but it was something different. It was an experience that made me realize the importance of a lot of things in the world. Like talking. Kirby talks in this game, and he says words such as, "I don't think so," or, "Oh, I'm so scared." And the writing in general is perfect. No art can top it, with such lines as, "Hi Kirby, want a bomb sandwich? I'll breathe in your pathetic bombs and send them right back at you." Or, "Who blocked the path with this boulder? Your road to glory ends here." But aside from this amazing scripting, the game as a puzzle game is god-fapping material. Yes, it might be the exact same thing as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine with less blast processing and more Kirby, Kirby music, Kirby characters, Kirby everything, but you, it has Kirby. But aside from all this literal shitposting, I have to admit that as a puzzle game, Kirby's Ghost Trap provides a fun yet addictive experience, but unlike Tetris, Dr. Mario, and Columns,
This is good.
it also tries to spice things up with the addition of different characters, and while the game kind of providing a better experience due to it feeling more organic as a puzzle game thanks to its physics. And my god, it's so fucking addictive. Like, let me tell you the story. See, this countdown started and I had to pick a game, and I thought, hey, why not do something different? Let's do Kirby's Ghost Trap. And then I played the game, I got addicted to it, like every time I closed my eyes I fucking saw it, I swear. And then one day I posted a Twitter to Nine Callisto to make a song about the game, buy his songs on iTunes, and I guess the alcohol got the best of me. So yeah, Kirby's Ghost Trap is good. Buy it. Play it. Live it.
Kirby Triple Deluxe is a prime example of how to make a sequel. Something old, something new, something borrowed, and did I just quote Doctor Who? The different planes of foreground and background are a cool idea, they look great in full 3D and create so many cool concepts, making it far more than just a gimmick. The other big change in the platforming department is the ridiculous Hypernova ability. It takes no skill, no thought, but you can't undermine the feeling of inhaling a full-grown tree, ripping it apart, and swallowing it whole. It's fun, you should try it. Pair that with the standard creativity found in all Kirby levels, and the breathtakingly superbly amazing boss battles, such as the best encounters of Wispy Woods, DDD, Meta Knight, Return of My Childhood, and possibly the most epic final boss in the entire franchise. You might be wondering about the name, Triple Deluxe. Well, apart from being a terrible play on 3D that would make the trailiest of mixed blazers cringe with facepalm, it also describes the game's three distinct playstyles. The first is the main game that well, it's the main game. Then we have the rhythm platformer, DDD's Drum Dash, and most notably, we have the closest thing we had to a portable Smash game until... you know. It's a 4-player arena fighting game that works as a fun waste of time and an excellent celebration of the Kirby series, given its remade environments and music from past entries. Triple Deluxe has the most content of any Kirby game to date. In addition to the previously mentioned, we have the DDD Tour mode, all the emblems to collect, the arena, and the hardest true arena the Kirby series has ever seen. Oh my god though, this thing makes me want to punch children. But in a good way, you know, I don't think that came out quite right. Kirby Triple Deluxe is a wonderful game. It's a ton of fun, and has content coming out of the feet. As for its why only number 8 grade problems, it has just some of the sub-games don't really hit gold. The art style gets very garish very quickly. Royal Road is by far the worst hour and a half of gameplay in the whole fucking franchise, and it just rips a little bit too much of its predecessor, which is the far superior game we might be seeing slightly later in this countdown.
Oh, hello everyone. I suppose you're here for, number 7 of top Kirby games. Ha! Okay, well, the truth is, it's, okay, look, I don't have it. Look, I'm really, really sorry, honest. I just couldn't think of anything. I tried really, really hard, and nothing came to mind. So, let's just forget about
I
this.
might be able to provide some assistance.
Dark Meta Knight! What a pleasant surprise! What can I do? Dark Meta Knight, why did you split me into 4? That is incredibly rude and has absolutely nothing to do with Kirby games.
This really doesn't ring a bell for you?
What? Being split into 4 multicolored versions of myself? Nope, can't say that it does.
Well, you are quite the blockhead, aren't you?
What are you talking about? Oh, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. This is a game that truly splits the fandom straight in half. People either love it or they hate it. Me, being the cow I am, adores it when a game causes people to fight. So of course I just simply have to explain why it's one of the best Kirby games out there. The game is set in the mysterious mirror world, where Kirby has to find all 8 pieces of some big broken mirror. Why? Well, I don't know. So all the citizens of Dreamland look at how pretty they are? They never really explain it. But there's a catch. While on his journey, Dark Meta Knight comes and splits Kirby into 4 versions of himself. Oh my god, Dark Meta Knight, you really need to stop doing that.
Don't remind me.
So with 4 Kirbys on your side, that means 4 destructive balls to save the day. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait to kick some motherfucking Waddle Dee butt. Oh, right, fine. I see how it is. Fine, I'll just do it myself, you unhelpful bastard! Okay, that's not really fair. The game does let you call your clones when you're in trouble, and they'll fly straight to your rescue and help you. For 5 seconds until they piss off again. My favourite thing about this game is its significance on exploration. That's right, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror plays a bit like a maze. Trust me, you'll get lost a lot, and while you do repeat the same levels and bosses again, and again, and again, it's very rewarding when you actually do end up somewhere new. The game introduces 3 new Kirby abilities. Missile Kirby, Smash Kirby, Magic Kirby, and of course my absolute favourite Cupid Kirby. I found him really fun to play as, and I really love how it's a Cupid that kills people with his arrows. Cause you know what they say, love hurts. It's also the only main series Kirby game to not include King Dedede, which doesn't surprise me. If I was a fat penguin, I wouldn't want to look in mirrors all the time. Instead, I'm just a fat cow. Well, that's it for the segment. Be sure to like and subscribe and tell her your... Dark Meta Knight, why are you crying? Come on, shut up.
Well, I can't help it. I said I can't help it, okay? The truth is, I lied to you. I split you and Kirby into 4 because I wanted more people to invite to my birthday party. I don't have many friends.
No.
I don't understand it. Everyone runs away from me and finds me scary. I just want to be loved.
Oh, poor baby. Don't worry. I'll come to your birthday party.
You will?
Never.
Keeping it G ain't nothing.
I was 9 years old. I loved Smash Bros. I owned all the games. I prayed to Sakurai every night. I played the game and made Metroid. He seemed pretty cool. I then went to the store to find myself a Samus game. They were out of stock. I then proceeded to cry tons of young tears, and my dad sees me and calls me a faggot. But then, behind me, it was Kirby. He then proceeded to hand me a copy of Nightmare in Dreamland. I then played. It's so much fun. I remember the NES original like my own hand. It's beautiful 32-bit port of the NES original with updated graphics, music, and even new minigames. Alright, I'm gonna stop that now. This game was an important milestone for the Kirby franchise since it added Kirby's famous absorption power and 24 powers to boot, giving the game a lot of variety to it. And frankly, we have this to thank for everything else on this list. Kirby might have just faded into obscurity if not for this separating itself from other platformers at the time. One aspect that stands out is the environments. They're not the best, but they do fit the feeling, and even look amazing at times, especially the Fountain of Dreams. The plot starts with no one being able to dream because Day wanted to bathe in the Fountain of Dreams. Alright, I understand completely, I think. You then have to go through 8 worlds, beat each boss, standard platform affair, and the game is extremely short sadly, probably taking around 2 hours to beat. But without this, Kirby wouldn't be where he is today, and honestly, that makes it one of Kirby's most important adventures in all honesty. Kirby then says. Kirby then proceeded to fly away into the sky. I will never forget this day. Kirby is love. Kirby is life.
Hello everyone, I'm Smash from Challengers Approaching. Yes, I am alive, and I'd like to express my interest in a new Kirby Airride game. Kirby Airride was released for the Nintendo GameCube in 2003 and is still a game I play to this day. Sakurai really makes a game that lasts. Nintendo is really good at making racing games for their flagship franchises, for the most part, yet Airride has a charm that the other games lack. With 3 different modes to keep you playing for hours, it's hard to get bored playing this game. With a Kirby color for each of your chaps and plenty of Airride machines to unlock and pick your favorite from, it's really great to get high with your friends. And one of the best modes in gaming to play with your friends, City Trial. I really relate this mode a lot to my childhood gaming experiences with friends. As the main inspiration for Smash 3DS's Smash Run mode, there's a lot of similarities between the two, like how the power-ups work. But trust me, it's more fun than Smash Run. And there's Top Ride, never mind. Overall, the strongest thing that makes Kirby Airride one of the best Kirby games is just how sheer fun it is, and I think it's due time we see an updated Airride that could potentially be listed higher than the original.
Time for a special announcement! Achievements!
The inclusion of challenges in Kirby Airride kind of was the first main example of achievements in gaming, something that we see everywhere in games nowadays. Sakurai really is the granddaddy of time consumption.
With so many great Kirby games out there, it's hard to talk about just one. So I'm going to talk about 15! Kirby Superstar Ultra is a very odd game in that it doesn't really have a central storyline or even game mode. Instead, there are 10 different game modes. Each of them have their own unique quirks and features that makes them all memorable, despite how short any given one may be. You've got your normal modes in the form of Spring Breeze and Dynablade, as well as more unique ones, such as the Great Cave Offensive, where you have to escape from a cave while gathering treasures, and Meta Nightmare Ultra, where you play as friggin' Meta Knight. There's also the sub-games, which are, well, mini-games. They mainly just try to test your reflexes and timing to see who can get the highest score. Nothing major, but there are 5 of them, so there's sure to be at least one that you'll like. I like Snack Tracks. One of the other unique features of the game is the helper system, where Kirby can shed his current ability in order to create a little buddy that's pretty much just a more powerful version of whatever happens to currently be being torn apart in Kirby's black hole stomach. They can provide much needed assistance during difficult boss battles, provide a hand if you somehow get swarmed, or just be a damage sponge if you're about to die. If you have a buddy around though, they can take control of the helper, and be much more effective than the AI. Sorry, Hal. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Oh, and it's the only Kirby game that I've ever seen a commercial for. So there's that, I guess. All in all, this game is super star-rific.
He's pink for Link, and now he's in my sinking 64.
Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. What a game. Being the first Kirby one I actually played. Now a marshmallow peep of peculiar pinkness has been joined by a fairy named Ribbon. We're not unbeknown to annoying fairies, so there's no reason to complain at this point, I think.
Honestly, these characters make for some of the funniest plot lines a Kirby game's ever come up with.
Oh, you scholar!
And after a very dark spirit possesses all the star planets, MC Curb Stomp is bound to pile in the shard dough, yo, in order to set everything back to normal. As bright and happy as we all like our Kirby games to stay, Hell Laboratories love to chuck in some dark moments to mix things up. The catacombs and the final boss both hint at sinister bits, but it doesn't miracle matter. Once you've finished kicking the ass of a demonic angel, the scores come out as the following. Final boss 0, Kirby 2. I've been so distracted by puns that I completely forgot to mention the new gameplay mechanics.
So let's get back on track.
The copy abilities have a cracking new feature. You can spit enemies at each other and combine their elements, then inhale that star and have a combination of both abilities, so you get a bit of everything. It's like the refill stand at Burger King where you combine all that shit into one cup. In Kirby 64, it's alchemy. This new feature helps you find ways to collect all the crystal shards.
I mean really, some of these shards are stuck in very tight caverns. Kirby 64 has a charm so distinct in the franchise. It sparkles so bright it'll make your eyes pop out. Which is why I'm blind now.
Kirby's Epic Yarn, the tradition breaker. It ditches the samey alliterative food name worlds and presents overly cliched, simply named Grassland, Hotland, Waterland, Snowland, and my personal favourite being the musical Sweet Toy Treatland. Yet with everything being presented in this yarn-like setting, it all feels so fresh and like pants. But funny how things turn out. Our second best Kirby game wasn't originally a Kirby game. Good Feel originally presented the game to Nintendo with Pac-Land's original Soul Unifier Prince Fluff as the protagonist, but adding Kirby sure helped boost sales, personality and identity. Yes, it's easy and yes, you can't die, but have Kirby games ever been known for their difficulty? The only difficulty you'll have in this game is trying not to die from the cuteness overload. To increase the epic yarn's longevity, Kirby can collect shiny treasures to pimp his pad and play hide and seek with his pals in his free time. But with its own identity, the world itself is certainly worth re-experiencing. Previous Kirby games were plagued with similar or a few too many poor copy abilities, but Epic Yarn's equivalent of transformations, whilst in a smaller number, offer a great sense of variety and feel more appreciated by levels being crafted around it. Each level weaves a new challenge, such as a 2D shoot-'em-up ship, or a UFO zapping everything in sight in Future City. And the transformations that don't need a power-up, such as a car, a parachute or a yarn whip, can be on command and are wonderfully satisfying. Speaking of the latter, the bosses all bestow obvious come and get me weak spots for a yarn whip away, so it's up to the theming and presentation of these bosses to deserve special merit. And they do. There's a randomised battle for the Magician, Moltres from Pokemon, and the final boss of pure sin that unjustly steals tomatoes in one of the most in-depth stories of all Kirby games, and has a magic sock. Epic Yarn was the first console Kirby game platformer since Kirby 64, so this refreshing spin on a franchise that had been weaving different genre patterns to stay different was more than welcome. And the long wait made hardcore, yes hardcore, Kirby fans and casual gamers enjoy the game alike. It takes balls to knit, but this risk paid off. So much so that it spawned a new age of Kirby games, and Yoshi's Woolly World.
Fuck, this is cold.
The all-round best Kirby game is...
Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
God damn localization.
Everyone expected Dreamland 2. Give the people what they want.
Kirby's been through some tough matters for something so pink. He's more than you think.
Like an 11-year development cycle.
And in this game, he relives those moments, but he's brought 3 of his friends to share those memories with. A fantastic foursome of fun.
This just in, a random wormhole has opened up in Dreamland, and an alien ship has just crashed out of it. Kirby, along with his best friends, King DDD, Meta Knight, and...
Wait a second, I don't remember Meta Knight, Kirby, and fan favorite Bandana Waddle Dee being friends in Dreamland 2. And where are the animal buddies? This is so not true to the Kirby lore.
Well, story is not this game's strong point. What this game really shines at is delivering a great gameplay experience. The game's a refined version of the traditional Kirby platformer with great controls, level design, and even power-ups.
The copy abilities are some of the most important parts of any Kirby game, and so it seems fitting that the best Kirby game has the best Kirby copy abilities. And this game doesn't just deliver, it fucking faxes it with the fax machine.
Super abilities, new abilities, a whole ton of new moves for each copy abilities, and they all control like butter. Water is great, Leaf is cool, King DDD is OP, Spark is extremely OP, Waddle Dee, don't even mention the OP. Sleep is still pretty terrible though.
Rest isn't working!
Redolg, please, we're doing a thing here.
Great multiplayer experiences. This game offers a 4-player co-op mode. You can play as Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, or Bandana D, and you can give each other hugs, so, you know, just aw.
But never mind that, a multiplayer experience is only that good if you have the proper levels to play on. You could probably make a whole countdown just gushing about the phenomenal levels in this game, which are carefully crafted to support both single or multiplayer.
The levels are probably the game's best asset. What with Raisin Ruins, Onion Ocean, White Wafers, Egg Engine, jeez. These level names are making me hungry.
At the end of each of the worlds is a delightful, satisfying, and challenging boss fight. Of course, Wispy Woods.
He doesn't even have glasses like in Dreamland 2. Fucking disgraceful.
Who needs glasses when you have masks like Galactor Knight?
Oh yeah, what else does your returning Kirby's game have?
A 4-headed dragon, a golden phoenix, an angry yeti, an infected soul. All you've got is a short-sighted oak.
This game is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if there's anything else that needed to be said.
Well, there are the game's negative aspects.
How dare you, this game is perfection.
No, you nutty noon, the negative world. Kirby and Co. are portaled into alternate, auto-scrolling black and white stages where you kill Doomers for energy spheres. Not only that, but they're fun too. There's no joke here. You could say this part of the script is pretty black and white.
Hello, thanks for watching our video. Did you like it? We hope you liked it. Please like and favorite so we can eat tonight. But if you want more videos, we've got more videos. Welcome to End Slate, there's videos. Last Chap's Countdown Top 5 Tuna. I'm not really sure what happened with this one. Some pretty crazy shit went down. They say when you upload on April the 1st, some weird things start to happen. Or if you're hungry for more Kirby content, you could try the Smash Bros. Kirby video made by Redolg. Not really sure what it is. Something to do with Smash Bros. It's Redolg, so it's probably Smash Bros. You can watch that by clicking right here. Or possibly you could watch Newcastle M. Hull's Let's Play of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Or if you're hungry for more countdowns with 20 2D platformers instead of just 8, you can try out mine and Stelios 78910's top 20 2D platformers right over here. It's some pretty great stuff, you should love it.